Hello my otaku buddies, today I'm here to review Parasyte The Maxim episode 13. Let me just say, yes, I love this fucking episode, but I wish I had that little white kid here from the Vines to say, Jesus Christ, because everyone, and literally their mother, was after Shinichi in this episode, giving this man a hard time, literally breathing down the back of his neck. I'm just looking like, get off the man's balls, let him be. But anyway, all throughout this episode, human organizations and parasite organizations were after Shinichi, so shit was going down this episode. Also, this was a seed planter episode, basically a build-up episode. They're going to use this episode to build off of and make amazing episodes in the future, storytelling-wise and action-wise. But with that being said, all throughout this episode, people are giving Shinichi a hard time. His father, friends, parasites, police officers. So people are actually investigating Shinichi due to the fact that he is not showing human emotion due to the fact that Kana's dead. And they were friends. They were expecting this guy to be all sad, emotional, and just bawling, crying everywhere because Kana was a friend of his, right? But this guy's, oh, she's dead. Fuck it. He's too calm, and people are actually starting to suspect him. So he's under investigation by humans and parasites now. And you would have to think, like, what the fuck did Tamura do to this child to make it actually just shut the fuck up? Because before she entered her home, the babysitter was there just rocking the baby. This baby was red as a fucking tomato. And she just walks into the door. She says, hey, watch this shit. And she gets into the baby ear and says, quiet. That baby just gets mute fast as a bitch. And the babysitter, she just says, Jesus Christ. And she just hauls ass out of there. She was so nervous, she couldn't even barely pick up her purse. She just said, bye, bitch. Then she just fucking leaves. But in this episode, wherever Shinichi was going, there was either a parasite there or a human there investigating this guy. And one of the humans were actually filming this guy, getting him on camera and reporting back to, I believe, the parasite chick, Tamura. And she says, did you notice anything weird with his right hand? And the guy says, no. Because Shinichi, he was whooping ass this episode. He took out a group of people and they said, he was all like, who shot you, motherfucker? Shaking this guy, and he actually gets the information it was a woman and they just met her today. So later on in this episode, Shinichi goes back to the crime scene where Kana actually was killed by a parasite, not knowing he was being followed and taped. And Migi was actually caught on camera. So Migi was actually about to kill a human, and Shinichi's quick thinking caused Migi to actually tire himself out wrestling with Shinichi, trying to get to this guy. And it was at the one point where Migi actually separated himself from Shinichi's body and said, hey, we gotta kill this motherfucker because he knows too much. Shinichi, think. You have to be smart about this. All the people dying around you, one more death ain't gonna fucking matter. So with that being said, Shinichi actually manages to tire Migi out, and the guy actually manages to escape, and Migi goes the fuck to sleep. The next day, the guy was there again. Shinichi came to the window. This guy hauled ass. He was out of there. And that was the end that we saw of this guy this episode. And later on in the episode, Shinichi talks to Murano at a park all alone, and he just talking to her, and she just chewing this guy the fuck apart. She says, your eyes, Shinichi, they aren't the same. You're emotionless at the eyes. You don't show no more emotion at the eyes. And she pretty much chewing this guy apart. What do you know, Shinichi? Tell me something. Liar. I want to know the truth. Bitch, some people say cucumber tastes better than pickle. Huh? What? Huh? What? She was just giving this man a hard time. He wanted to tell her so bad, but he said, hey, I gotta tell you something. And then Migi just appears on his right arm saying, this is my strong hand. And he was actually gonna kill Murano. And he just said, hey man, this is pretty much what Migi is basically thinking, saying, hey, you tell this bitch and she is fucking dead, man. With the flick of a fucking wrist, she is dead if you tell her. And Shinichi just decides not to tell her and says, hey, I don't know anything. Seriously. With a smile in his eyes, looked at completely fucking dead. You could not even see Shinichi out of his eyes anymore. He just looked it as if you can tell he was lying. But with that being said, this episode was fucking amazing. If you like those episodes where they put the little seeds and they actually build up episodes and make it a huge, amazing episode in the works, this is what this episode was, a build-up episode for future episodes to come. So with that being said, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, share the video if you found this video entertaining. So with that being said, this is Hermit Frost, and this is Otaku Weekly, over and out. My strong hand.